My name is Connor Vagel, and I am going to be your caster today as we kick off this first doubleheader of the 2021 Esports Collegiate season. This afternoon, I should say, we've got some League of Legends for you guys against Kent State. Excuse me, NIU coming into the day 6-1 on the season, a very formidable record, and looking to secure their spot in the playoffs very shortly here against a very strong Kent State team who don't let you be fooled. Despite the 4-3 record, they have played some of the strongest teams in the conference so far, and so this is not one to be taken lightly by any stretch of the imagination. As you can see, we're going to be getting into game very shortly. Kent State does have side selection for this first game, and they have decided to take red sides. So we will get into that in just a second. Let's go through the different standings in the conference so far in just a second here. Let's go ahead. Yep, there it is. And in first place in the conference, it's going to be Northeastern. Tied at second are Buffalo, Miami, and Northern Illinois. Kent State's coming in at 4-3, Western Michigan and Akron at 3-4. Ohio is 2-5, as are Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan. Bowling Green and Ball State, as you see on your screen, have been eliminated from playoff contention. The best that their records could get to are 5 wins. There are 4 teams above 5 wins, so they cannot make the playoffs any longer. With Northern Illinois, Miami, and Buffalo winning today, that would be the playoff teams decided. If any of those teams lose, then there's a few different permutations that we could get into. As we go, let's look into the starting lineups for today's contest. We should be getting into Champ Select any second now, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. For NIU, it's going to be Alpha Squirtle in the top lane. PCH is going to be the jungler. Space Marine 18 is going to be the mid laner. Summoner XD will be in the bot lane with Crix GG as his support, and Garmore is their coach. On the side of Kent State, it's going to be Moosinator in the top lane. The delivery man is going to be the jungler there. Kenny is going to be the mid laner. Star Poner will be the bot laner, and Condorex will be the support. Hopefully this should be a little bit better. I'm turning up the mic as I go, but we should be going on in there. Looking like we're just waiting on waiting on Kent State's ADC. So let's go ahead and look at this one once again. Moosinator is Platinum 1. The delivery man is Platinum 1. Kenny is Diamond 4, and then looking across the board, Star Poner, we'll see in just a minute where those ranks fall, but they should be relatively well distributed across NIU and Kent State have played before in scrims as well as in the Fall Invitational. Both teams have improved since then, so I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Diamond 2 is going to be the rank of Star Poner, and then Condorex is going to be Platinum 1. So the largest difference here is going to be in the top lane, the jungle, and then in the support. We'll see how that one plays out. We should be getting into Champion Select very, very shortly here. Just waiting on both teams to be ready, as we have one but not the other. There we go. You guys can go ahead and keep looking at those splash screens for a minute while we're waiting on Champion Select. Kent State has told us that they're ready to go. While we're at it, let's go ahead and take a look at what is going to be going on today. So we've got this League of Legends match against Kent State. It's best of 3. You guys are watching it right now. Thank you so much for joining us. Then, shortly after, at 6 p.m., we're going to see our Overwatch team take on Miami, looking to stay undefeated in the conference. Both teams are looking to do so. Miami actually coming off a bye in the conference, so they're looking to open up their season at 1-0, whereas NIU's looking to build off of their impressive performance on Thursday against Kent State. NIU has readied up, so we should be ready to go any second, and now we are in to Champion Select. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. NIU, as I mentioned, on the blue side. Seraphine going to be the first ban away by NIU. Very common ban right now in the meta, as that is a very strong pick there. Nivier going to be taken off the board. We've seen a lot of game ones where there have been teams that have forgotten to do so, and then Space Marine 18 has really shown them why you need to ban that champion against him. Jin and then Alistair going to be the bans here from NIU and then Kent State respectively. Jin being something that Star Pwner plays pretty well there. Hecarim going to be taken off the board from the Delivery Man. But then Alistair going to be something that Crix plays well, especially into something like a Leona. Udyr going to be taken away as well. We have seen a little bit of a lower priority on that champion since the nerfs that came through in 11.4 earlier last week. But this week I should say. Rel going to be the pickup for NIU. That'll be what Crix GG will pilot, and they're going to give him first pick. They think that that is the strongest one that they really want to go towards. And Malphite going to be locked in for the side of Kent State, followed by the set there. So likely going to be a Malphite top lane as set support, although this could be two solo laners. Very interesting, as those picks can be flexed here by the side of Kent State. NIU now, as we mention every time, they do have their picks in non-LCS order just because of client issues that come up with NAR. Space Marine 18 going to hover that Callista, then going to hover the Samira, now hovering Vayne, all picks that we see Star Pwner play. We would have been interesting to see the Kaisa come out, but instead it's going to be Misfortune picked up here by NIU. Going over towards Summoner XC. The Gnar we didn't touch on, but that is the pick that will be piloted by Alpha Squirtle, something that he's had a lot of success on this season. Looking at the side of Kent State, they then pick the Xayah to answer into the Misfortune. Definitely a hyper carry there in the bot lane. So with two tanks already picked up, we can imagine that, and now the tank shred on the Cassiopeia banned away, now Victor banned away by NIU. With the multiple tanks picked up and the Xayah, you can be very sure that this is going to end up being a protect the carry type of composition. Kenny might play the other carry in this comp, but very much a protect the carry, protect the Xayah type of composition that seems to be being set up here by Kent State. NIU then looking to make their last ban. Olaf was banned away by the side of Kent State. Now Graves taken off the board as well. And this is definitely a priority on lowering the jungle champion pools. I wouldn't expect that the set or the Malphite will be flexed into the jungle. So both teams realistically needing to pick up their junglers here. Pantheon is the hover. That could be something that goes towards the support role, could also be towards the jungle. With the changes in 11.3 and 11.4, it's seen lower priority on the bot lane. Although we might have... Okay, there it is, locked in. I thought we might have an accidental leave and then had to remake champ select. But Pantheon is has typically been seen a little bit more in the bot lane than in the jungle with those most recent changes. And are you going to make their last two selections, needing a jungler and a mid laner here, and definitely that Pantheon playing into the support the Xayah composition that it seemed like Kent State might be wanting to run, and Trundle going to be the pickup, something that definitely still has that tank shred ability and gets tanky himself, has some displacement and CC. That is going to be what PCH will pilot in this one. And are you looking to get an AP carry? Very control mage based, and that is going to be the Orianna locked in. Definitely what you expect to see in this type of composition, maybe a Syndra, but Orianna going to be the one that NIU chooses to have Space Marine 18 play. Condurex looking to make the last ban, and last pick, and it is going to be Corki. So while there's some mixed damage there on the Corki, and Malphite primarily, does mixed, or primarily does magic damage, as this is interesting here so far. Right now, it looks like we might have the Malphite as the jungler, which is definitely not the position that you expect to see them in as often, unless Moosinator and the Delivery Man are switching roles in this game. But Pantheon going to be looking like the top laner, and we are past the 20 seconds, so unless they are switching where the roles are, it is going to be Gnar into Pantheon here for NIU, Trundle into Malphite, Orianna into Corki, Misfortune, Xayah, and then Rel Set is that matchup across the board. Like we mentioned, definitely a couple of carries here on the side of Kent State in the Corki and the Xayah. Otherwise, they are supported by 3 tanks. NIU playing a little more of a pseudo tank in the Rel, though it does build that large amount of armor, so we'll be able to block a lot of the damage coming out from Xayah and Corki here. Then Orianna really going to be relied on to be their true carry. Gnar going to be a good split push threat here with the Mega form available to him. And then Trundle is going to be able to take out some of these carries, hopefully, for the side of NIU. Go ahead and throw into the chat who you think won the draft, as always. And as we were mentioning right before this game, here at 6:30 or 6 o'clock, sorry, NIU is going to be taking on Miami in Overwatch. So please, after this game, stick around and check on the Overwatch team, as they are in prime position here and taking on one of the best in the conference and really looking to prove themselves to be up there as well. Looking at the rest of this one, we've also got, looking forward, the biggest match of the season so far for NIU is today. But then following this one on Wednesday at 6 p.m., we're going to see NIU taking on Northeastern, currently the lead dogs in the conference. So Huskies versus Huskies to see which of those dogs will be the lead dog after this one on Wednesday. So be sure to check that one out. Be sure to check out our website, niu.edu/esports, or our Discord, discord.gg/NIU esports, to get all sorts of information about our program. But we will be here in just a minute, and we'll be into the first game of this best of 3 series. For now, I'm going to take a slight break, as I may be the caster for your Overwatch match later as well, and so I need to rest my voice a tiny bit. But looking forward to this one, and definitely some interesting compositions coming out from both sides. All right, and we are getting into game here for game number 1 of this best of 3 series. Let's go ahead and get you guys all caught up, as it does look like there it is. We are live now. 5 points coming through from both teams. Trundle going to be able to get that ward taken off the board, and nicely done. Malphite grabbing the vision score, able to spot out the Trundle, but Trundle also able to clear out the vision, so will be the there as well. Let's go ahead and all right. There you go. Sorry about that. Had a bit of an issue. Now, Starpowner is going to put that ward down in the Pixel Brush in the river as well. So, won't have that ward available for himself in lane. Now, it is blue buff starts for both of these junglers. Pretty expected. NIU going to look to play towards the bot side. Looks like Kent State might look to either early gank on bot or look to play towards the top side with that one. Able to trade this one a little bit back and forth. Poke coming through in the mid lane. Let's see as we look on through there. Oops. My apologies. We'll have to check on this one. It looks like, my apologies, but it looks like we might have a bit of an issue with the resolution there, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, on topic here. Let's go ahead and look through the runes for both of these teams. It is going to be Gnar starting off with the Fleet Footwork. We do have the Conquer on the Trundle, Phase Rush for the Orianna, though this is a nice trade going forward. Kent State going to win that one out pretty heavily. And they'll just continue. Now, this is a stun coming through from Rel. Going to be forced to flash off of Starpowner, as well as Ignite going down. So, trading Ignite for Flash, NIU will take that trade every time and give themselves a nice advantage here in the bot lane. Looking at it, though, Phase Rush is going to be the Orianna, then press the attack for Misfortune. Rel using the Aftershock on the side of Kent State. Teleports in the solo lanes for all four members here of each of these teams, and then summoner spells are the same here. Flash forward coming through from Rel. This is going to be Flash coming through as well on Trundle. Now, that's going to be First Blood going over towards Summoner XD, and NIU with the nice gank, blowing 2 flashes, actually 3, but will instead get the kill still. Now, this could be NIU being forced to flash away. Gnar does flash, gets away from that Pantheon spear, and well done by Alpha Squirtle, getting a little too aggressive, but able to get out of that one. And NIU, 1-0 lead here early on with the kill, as they were able to grab that the repel and attract onto the Xayah, and then with the flashes forward coming through from Trundle, Misfortune, and Rel, they were able to grab that one. Now, Set looks like he might be trying to re-engage on this one, and NIU will just give the poke and back away, and now we'll look to recall back to their base, and see if they can't get the objective here. This looks like it could be a dive coming through, but we'll see. It is just going to be the Rift Scuttle gotten by the side of Kent State. They'll grab it and use the Pantheon to do so, as Gnar had backed. Pantheon will back away, grab himself a couple of components there. Not really the best buy, but will still have the lead over the Gnar, and NIU will reset across the board as well as Kent State. As we were mentioning, it was the cost of the flashes on that that fight, but they were traded with the Ignite and Heal from the side of Kent State's bot lane. So overall, 3 summoner spells for 2 and the kill. You will take that one. Now, this could be a regank coming through, as there is going to be a ward spotted out here. If Kent State pushes a little too far forward here, then we do see that the Trundle is available. It's going to cancel the back again, so they are really wanting to commit to this fight. We'll see if they are able to do so. Trundle, again, going to cancel his back. And are you really committing to this early gank here? And now Trundle will complete the back, so just giving his laners some comfort to be able to see if they can't look for the engage on that one. Doesn't turn out to be anything, but does allow them to build out a little bit of this lead. Farm leads coming through in favor of the solo lanes here for NIU. We do see that Misfortune has fallen just a bit behind, though, with that wave stacked up. This is pretty even in terms of farm. That is just going to be the threat of the dash forward from Rel. It's going to be enough to force Starpointer to back away from this one and allows Summoner XD to just continue to farm out this lane. And now the CS is evened out. So across the board, pretty even in CS. Big difference comes in the jungle, where due to the couple of ganks that he's put on towards the bot side, Trundle is a little bit behind here. PCH piloting that champion. But with this wave just frozen in the bot lane, NIU really finding themselves in a good spot, able to just continue to put some pressure on this bot lane of the side of Kent State. Trundle going to go ahead and take the Rift Scuttle down on the bot side. First dragon is going to be the Infernal. It's going to be the... it is going to be started up shortly here, though. Actually, Malphite does find himself a Trundle, and with the bot lane roaming up from the side of Kent State, NIU will just have to back away from that one. 1,000 gold lead. Only 7 minutes in the game, but quickly this game is starting to see NIU with a bit of an advantage, especially with the early first blood. But those farm leads across the board are really helping them to build this gold lead. Orianna did back and grab the tier of the goddess there, so going to be starting to stack that one up, already up to 60 out of the 360 mana stacks on that item. Crick's going to be threatening a dive here, but both junglers are hovering here. Will be Trundle getting there first, so we'll see if NIU wants to go in on that one. Instead, it does look like Trundle's going to call for them to back away, and will go towards his red buff just to take that one. We do see this is going to be the level 5 Malphite standing in front. Doesn't have the ultimate available, and will just hover around the same way that PCH had done earlier on in this game. There's the flash. The ult is available now. Flash comes through as well from Condurex, and NIU is going to drop their AD carry here. Nicely done by the side of Kent State. Able to grab that return gank later on here, and will be the side of Kent State with that Malphite starting up the dragon here. Looks like NIU will just give it up. With their AD carry already down, they will just elect to leave this one be, and it will be finished off by the side of Kent State. So they'll take the early Drake lead, but farm and gold still mean that NIU is up about 1,000 gold here. Crick's in a good position to look for a stun once Summoner XD gets back into the lane, and this is going to be the one. Ultimate used. Now Flash comes out from the Xayah. That's going to be the kill going on to Summoner XD, and Kent State stayed a little too long. Crick's calling for the really nice re-engage, and that is a misplay by the side of Kent State, staying too long in the lane, trying to push it out and going for the greed push before they backed, and it will be punished by NIU, grabbing 2 kills, both going over towards Summoner XD, and quickly, or all of a sudden, this Misfortune is 3-1-0 with a 20 farm advantage, and is sitting on her Noon Quiver as well. So already starting to build quite the advantage for Summoner XD, and if NIU wants to play through that bot lane, they are definitely starting to enable the carry. Set going to use his Hex Flash over the wall. We'll just clear out the ward. And NIU, these initial short trades are favoring Pantheon in the top lane, but as soon as Alpha Squirtle is able to trade right back, it does go in favor of him and the Gnar. Both junglers are going to get around this top lane here first. That is going to be the damage put out, but this could be Trundle in a bad spot. Pantheon is going to actually get the nice damage onto Gnar. Gnar does not have Mega available. It is already on cooldown. Gnar going to just back away, able to get away with the boomerangs and the hops. But yeah, look at that down in the bot lane, though, as we do see the Gale Force already finished by Misfortune. And 10 minutes in the game, she's the first one to finish a mythic item in this contest, and so should be very powerful as they play this one out. Kirk's going to go ahead and leave the lane to Ward. Will step over a Ward himself, so it looks like that will be just pinged out, and Crix will just go ahead and clear out that control ward in the brush there. And yeah, it looks like NIU's game plan has been to kind of neutralize the Star Pointer there, as he is typically the main carry here on the Kent State roster. And NIU doing a good job so far of doing just that. We will see how they are able to play that into the mid to late game. As early game, they have found themselves the advantage. Now, Trundle also finished with the Frostfire Gauntlet. So that one is the second mythic item of the game completed. And definitely an interesting pick. We've seen some of the Frostfire Gauntlet. We've seen some Turbo Chem Tank on the Trundle. And look at that damage that just comes through with the double tap from NIU. Space Marine 18 going to be able to use his own shield to get out of that one. And Trundle is going to knock back the set, but not able to really grab anything else off of that one. We'll just clear out vision, and NIU might just look to place down this Rift Herald. There it is, and just try to take out as much as they can. All going to be missed by Gnar across the map, so we'll just be the side of Kent State able to clear this one away. Teleport does come through. It is going to be a flank teleport with the package available by Corky. And yeah, used, but not really getting any value out of that one, just having to use it defensively. So not quite the package that you're looking for on the Corky. And it will be NIU able to take the advantage off of that one. For those of you unaware what Corky does, Corky every, I believe it's 6 minutes, has the ability to buff up his W, which is a short-range dash, with that long-range dash you just saw. Does additional damage, does longer range, and a larger area of effect. Kind of, with the Corky, you have to play around that, that timing. And so with the teleport expended as well as the package used, not really anything else Corky really has so far, and he's taking the early Essence Reaver. Now, this is actually quite interesting, as double Essence Reaver built on the side of Kent State. We've been seeing a lot less priority on that item since it was nerfed on Wednesday. So I'm actually quite surprised to see that they're really prioing towards this double Essence Reaver composition. But we will see exactly how this one plays out. Nice. Actually, poke didn't come through by the side of NIU. They're going to go ahead and try to find one here, as nice pillar comes through from Trundle, able to grab that, and actually Pantheon going to be forced to teleport in. So this will be the full commit from both teams to this second Drake. It's going to be the Clouds, so Soul will either be the Ocean or the Mountain Drake here. Dragon is going to be started up by the side of Kent State. Now you're going to have to find a way to get into this pit, and now they are going to find it, and there goes the engage by Set, and followed up by the side of Kent State, but going to be followed up by NIU. They're going to look to see if they can't get one back, and they find one. It is now a 1-for-1, cross-map 1-for-2, and NIU finding the double kill onto the Trundle. That's going to be traded away by Star Pointer, and now Gnar in a bad spot. 3-for-2 in favor of NIU, and now they're going to find Moosinator on this one, and Star Pointer in a rough spot. Actually, 3-for-3, I apologize. Now 4-for-3, and NIU going to get the double kill onto the Gnar, with the Orianna teleporting back in. That is going to be Dragon going over towards the side of NIU, and the 5-for-3 in favor of NIU, and Alpha Squirtle 81 picking up exactly where he left off on Wednesday on this Gnar. Deathless so far. Remember, the only death that he had on the champion in the set on Wednesday was an accidental Nexus dive, or Fountain dive, trying to secure the ace after the side of Akron refused to give up the pentakill late on in that game. Understandably so, but Gnar did dive a little too far forward and was punished for it. Now, NIU, 8-3 in kills. We'll grab the first turret, as that will be given solo gold over towards the Misfortune. And despite having her second death of the game in that last fight, now sitting on 6 out of 8 kill participation, and quite an 18 farm lead. Definitely looking strong here on the champion. Gnar already finished with this Divine Sunder. It is interesting that we're seeing him build Divine Sunder so often. We've seen quite a bit of the Stride Breaker on Gnar recently, so it is just a stylistic difference here. Divine Sunder does give you that lane trading power, whereas Stridebreaker is more for the split push. Now, nice ulti, but doesn't end up landing the stun on it, so will just be the disengage ulti, and there's going to be Set just doing a tiny bit of damage, and will not be able to steal away that that objective, the Rift Scuttle there. Looking at the top lane, this is going to be NIU looking to take down this top tier 2 turret, not even having to use the second Rift Herald of the game on that turret, as Pantheon did back off. So Trundle will just go ahead and take that one back towards mid lane, and NIU will see if they can't knock down all the tier 1 turrets after that push. Looking at the gold lead, it is about 5,500 for NIU, so a very strong composition so far. They'll see if they can't continue to build this one out, but the 1-3-1 is going to have to be, or sorry, the 4-1 right now will be the call, as Gnar will be the one to split push on the top side. Corki going to go ahead and try to push out this bot lane. NIU will likely send down the Orianna to answer that, but looking at that, we do see the side of NIU just going for the reset and seeing if they can't hold some of this objective. Looking at that though, Collector finished by Misfortune, so definitely a strong power spike here. Orianna did walk over a few wards going towards the bot lane to clear out this wave. That is one thing that I want to give credit towards the side of Kent State. Their solo lanes have done a little bit better job of warding, although Crix GG has the that 36 ward score. There was time in the conference, and possibly is again, where he was placing some of the most wards and had the highest vision score in the conference. So definitely playing out very well and continuing to do just that as the team's main support here. Gnar going to roam up towards the top side, clear this one out, and are you now going to see if they can't push out the mid lane so that they can drop down the Rift Herald and finish off this turret. Stun going to come through from the side of Starponer on towards the Trundle, not going to be able to do much else from it. Will just be the Feather Storm, or the Blade Surge, I believe, is what it's called. That may be different Talon's ultimate. Looking at this one now, this is going to be the damage coming through from Orianna, or from Corki on towards Orianna, but able to get away. Malphite deciding not to use his ultimate there to get over the wall and stun up the Orianna. Instead, it'll be the side of Kent State just backing away from that bot lane, where NIU will continue to push out this mid lane. Next Drake is spawning. It is going to be the Mountain, if I'm not mistaken, and that is going to be the Mountain Soul for the Rift, I should say. But that one is going to be spawning here in just about a minute. Trundle going to be warded off, and there's the pings dropping. And are you going to try to clear out some of this vision? But there is quite a bit around this pit, and you will have to try to get there first. Now, that is some nice damage coming through from the side of Gnar onto that mid-tier 1 turret. And it will just be clearing out the vision. Package is available if Kenny wants to use that to zone NIU off of this Drake fight 20 seconds before that spawns. And looking at it now, NIU is just going to drop the Herald to try to take that and force the side of Kent State to step away from the Drake. And then we'll just go ahead and start up this Drake. Though actually, Herald didn't get its charge off, so NIU will actually just elect to walk away from this one and kind of play it slow. Now looks to start up with this vision take. There is the package still available. Should be timing out relatively shortly here. Kenny going to have to use that one unless he wants it to go away. And instead it does just time out. So Kenny not able to use that one. Now Featherstorm does come through from the Zaya. A nice flash to make sure that she doesn't die or get stunned across on that turret. Starpointer is going to die to the Gnar though, and NIU going to look to re-engage on this one. It is going to be a 1-for-1 so far with the Rel ultimate. There goes the blade, the ultimate from the Misfortune. Now traded back. NIU. This is a 3-for-1 in favor of NIU. Now a 3-for-2, and we'll see them get another one. 4-for-2 in favor of NIU, and they may run towards the mid lane, clear that one out, and see if they don't want to start up the Baron with their support and top laners, the only ones left dead. Yeah, that was just a mistake by Kenny not using the package in time. Otherwise, that would have likely been the fight in favor of NIU. But Kenny allowing the package to time out meant that NIU was able to go even and then go ahead in the prolonged fight there. So nicely done by NIU, just stalling out and waiting on that one. Able to grab that Drake as well. So Xayah and Pantheon using their flashes on that one, and NIU able to grab the mid tier 1 turret, and now turrets are sitting at 3-0 in favor of NIU. Just about a 6,500 gold lead and a 7 kill difference, as well as NIU being up a Drake. Gnar has died, so this is only his second death across his last 3 games on the champion. Orianna sitting at 2-0-6, quietly having a very productive game on the champion is Space Marine 18. And NIU going to look to take this this vision in the Baron pit and see if they cannot get that one all started on up. Gnar going to be answering the Corki split push in the bot lane. Orianna going to go ahead and run towards the top lane. Looks like there are pings from the side of Kent State on towards the top lane. Orianna going to actually back away. Smartly knows to just walk away from that one. Now, that is going to be Flash coming through. Nicely done to speed herself up. Orianna and Space Marine 18 able to get away from that. And will just avoid taking any sort of damage, as the pullback would have likely landed in Space Marine 18's death. Gnar flashes down, and Set already using his text flash, so NIU, actually Set gonna re-engage towards this Orianna. NIU gonna roam up the Trundle and the Rel to make sure that there isn't too much threat of a dive forward there from the Set. Everybody from Kent State on this top side here, whereas NIU does have Gnar in the bot lane just pushing it out. Pantheon and Malphite will roam down towards the bot lane to answer that split push, but NIU will take that opportunity to see if they can't clear out some more vision around this Baron pit and see if they cannot grab the Baron themselves. Gnar is sitting on a ward, will clear that one away, and NIU just going to continue to just clear out this vision all the way across the map. Just a few minutes ago, it was almost entirely in vision, this area of the map for the side of Kent State. Now they are sitting with almost no vision throughout the entirety of their top half of the map. NIU could elect for a kill rush here. Instead, they're just going to back away, continue to have the one-on-one split push Pantheon versus Gnar here in the bot lane, and then we'll see if they will continue to push out this mid lane. Next dragon is spawning in just about 2.5 minutes here, so at that point, that would be the next objective, unless NIU does commit to this Baron here. The way that they're kind of dancing around it, I'd imagine that they're going to commit each to the dragon pit next. Nice boulder doesn't land, so not as nice as my original intent. But Gnar will just back away from this one, having himself a nice little farming session in the bot lane, playing a bit of my youngest brother's favorite game at this time, which is Farming Simulator. If you look at the Xayah, one thing that I want to note is looking at Xayah, she has not finished her mythic item yet. Currently sitting on a Noon Quiver, the Berserker's Greaves, and the Essence Reaver. Definitely when that item comes through, it's going to be when the I believe that's going to be the Kraken Slayer and not the Shield Bow. But when that comes through, it will be the advantage in favor of the Xayah, as she will continue to scale. But NIU definitely having this advantage and able to push out with the Xayah, choosing to itemize around that Essence Reaver first. Gale Force is the choice for the Corki. Not really, not necessarily the choice that I see in the solo queue area as much. Gale Force tends to be more when you're focusing on his actual ADC potential. But looking at the mid lane, it is going to be, this is the package coming through. Ult does only land on a Space Marine, and Space Marine is going to be exhausted, but that's going to be the ult coming back through from the Misfortune. Nice stun coming through. Double kill comes through from Misfortune. Now this is going to be the stun from the Gnar. traded back. NIU will have the triple kill from Misfortune, 1 kill over to Gnar. This will be another one donated over to the Misfortune. Quadra kill for Summoner XD. NIU is going to grab the Drake here. They'll grab the Ocean. It is actually just a 5-for-1, not the clean ace, but with the Orianna respawning in just about 22 seconds, NIU will run up towards this Baron pit and start that objective up, putting themselves on Soul Point as well as on the Baron point. Starponer has left. We'll see there is the pause. We did see that he had some connection issues earlier on and was why we were a little bit late getting into game. Looks like both teams are ready, so we should be getting unpaused any second now. But looking at that, NIU taking the nice crucial fight. Actually, with 11 seconds still on the Orianna, they're going to choose to just go forward towards this mid-tier 2 turret. They want to open up the mid lane as best as possible. And NIU definitely showing some improvement over their previous performances against this Kent State roster. Looking very clean. 17-6 in favor of NIU are the kills here in game number 1. A 9,000 gold advantage in favor of the Huskies, and definitely playing to some of their strengths with the Misfortune and the Gnar both available. They're going to clear away that turret in the mid lane. Rel will clear away some of this vision. NIU will elect to just back away from the Baron with all the members of Kent State respawning. They believe it's just too risky of a play to go for this one at this second. They will start this up, though, shortly, just getting some vision cleared away and seeing if they can't prepare the Baron pit for their assault here in a couple of minutes. Orianna going to grab blue buff again. Definitely needed 2-1 and 10 on the champion. Space Marine 18 is doing a fantastic job of piloting that, but also looking at Trundle for PCH, 3-1 and 10, and sitting on the tied for the highest kill participation and best KDA in the team so far. Really well played on this Trundle is PCH. Noticing one thing that I hadn't mentioned earlier, had forgotten to mention. In looking at the runes, we see, oh, there's Starponer leaving accidentally again, DC again, so they will pause again. But one thing I failed to mention is we started up the runes, but forgot to do so on the side of Kent State. It is going to be Conqueror on the Pantheon, but Unsealed Spellbook from the Malphite. Not necessarily the jungler I would have expected, and not necessarily the item, or sorry, the rune I would have expected. Lethal Tempo for the Corki, and I am so sorry that that audio is coming through like that. Corki pause audio is always bugged. It's been this way for many years, and yes, there is that wonderful tempo. But Starponer is going to be using the lethal tempo on the Xayah, actually disconnecting again. And then the Condurex is going to be using the phase rush on that set. We will actually, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and turn off sound just for the time being, because that is quite annoying. There you go. So you guys don't have to worry about that one. Looking at that one, that started out weird in the fight. Looking at it here, we do see the, yeah, big plays. Thank you guys so much for all your comments. How are you guys feeling about this game so far? We're definitely sitting at a powerful spot for NIU. Though Corki is sitting on level 16 compared to the 15 of the Orianna. He's actually the highest level in the game. Sitting at 276 CS, so actually hitting that 10 CS per minute on the Corki. Very well played, but Orianna sitting at just about 9.5, so really well done by both of these mid laners, farming out pretty successfully here. Looking at the chat, we should be waiting any minute now, but we are just waiting on the ADC from the side of Kent State to reconnect to the game. While we're at it, we are let's go ahead and throw you guys over towards the current score. There it is. I will keep you guys updated on this one. But yeah, NIU taking a nice early lead here. 10,000 gold just about is that lead. They have the priority on the Baron pit. They also have the the Drake Point that they are sitting on. Two mountain drakes and a cloud to the one infernal of the side of Kent State. Everybody finishing off their mythic items. Let's go through those real quick. Divine Sunder is finished on the Gnar. Trundle is looking to have the Frostfire Gauntlet. Luden's Tempest is the one from the Oriana. Gale Force for Misfortune, and then Locket of the Iron Solari for the Rel. On the side of Kent State, it's Gore Drinker for the Pantheon. Turbo Chem Tank for the Malphite. Corky, Kenny is going to be using the Gale Force. Kraken Slayer for Starpowner on the Zaya. And then Condorax on the set is sitting on his Turbo Chem Tank as well. Looking across, Condorax currently sitting without his Flash. Both summoners are down from Starpowner. Flash only available for the side of Kent State on the Delivery Man and Moosinator. Whereas for NIU, they have flashes available on everybody but Space Marine 18. Looks like Zaya has reconnected. We'll see if this is going to be a longer-term reconnect or if we are still going to be waiting. Other summoner spells, heals down for about the same time on both of these AD carries. Teleports available on all 4 of the members of the game that have that summoner spell. So definitely a fight could break out any minute here, and both teams really have the ability to collapse on the fight if needed. We do see the blue trinket coming out from all everybody except for the support on the side of Kent State, whereas NIU utilizing the a couple of Oracle lenses, and then 1 of the blue trinkets and 2 of the yellow trinkets. Looking in the inventories, more control wards on the side of NIU. Actually, even in control wards, although NIU has them on different members, so they could theoretically put more onto the map shortly. Looking across as well, the first portion looks like Oriana is itemizing towards that towards the stopwatch, not the stopwatch. Sorry, the Zonia's Hourglass, just because with the AD, the armor that it has, it is a good item in the side. Looks like they are ready to unpause. So we should be getting back any second now. Oh, there it is again. So hopefully we should be unpaused any minute here. Both teams are getting ready here, and there we go. We're back into game number 1 here. Gnar, already in Mega form, was sitting on that transition right as the pause was called. We'll see how these guys play it out here, as now Trundle is clearing out this one. Looking at the side of Kent State, they're a little more spread out. NIU looking to really push out this 1-3-1, and really not seeing the huge answer from the side of Kent State, really being able to have the priority. With the teleports all available, we could see the TP in for the Baron fight here. Although with the set backing and yeah, Gnar going to be in a bad spot. He could be caught here, and he is going to be caught. Corky's going to grab that kill, but NIU will just start up the Baron in response. This one is not in vision, so it will be up to Pantheon to drop a ward here. That's going to be the... There it is. The ward comes through, but NIU already burning this one quickly down to half health. Pantheon is going to be contesting here. We'll see if the side of Kent State is able to get there in time. There goes the flash over the wall, and the smite hasn't come through yet. We'll see, as there's a split focus here, and it is going to be the Baron going over towards Trundle. That's going to be NIU finding 2, able to grab the kills back. Corky has joined. Triple kill goes over to Misfortune. This could be enough. Starpowner has, that's going to be the quadra kill. This could be Summoner XD grabbing the Pentas. Kenny is in a bad spot. There's the flash ward to slow him down. The W does come through. Now, that's going to be damage coming back on towards Misfortune. And we'll just be giving it over to Oriana, as Summer XC was too low to be able to grab that one, but will be the ace with only one death in favor of NIU, and they will run down the mid lane with the Baron buff on 3 of their members, and they will continue to just push this one out. So instead, actually, they choose to back away from it with the set already respawning. They will just grab the blue buff onto Misfortune, steal away things, and then look to reset here. The game has been paused again as ADC, DC again by the side of Kent State. One thing to note, each team is allotted 10 minutes of pause time due to possible DCs and that sort of idea. We do need to be careful about whether they're utilizing that amount of time or more. There is a hard limit on that the game doesn't necessarily recognize. But looking at the gold, 12,500 even is the gold lead for NIU, 22-8 in favor of the Huskies on the kills here. And Drake should be spawning in just about 2 minutes. Let's see if we can't see the timer on that one. It's going to be on the Drake, yeah, 2 minutes and 3 seconds before, or sorry, 1 minute and 15 seconds, my apologies, before that Drake is spawning. And at that point, NIU will just need to contest that one. If they can get that soul, they will be sitting with the additional shielding. Oriana has caught up to the to Trundle in terms of kill participation, as has Misfortune. All three sitting on 17 out of 22 kill participation. We do see that there is the reconnect from Xayah. And we will see if they're able to continue this one. Zhonya's is finished by the side of Oriana and NIU. Trundle sitting on his Dead Man's Plate as well as his Frostfire Gauntlet. NIU really just ahead across all these lanes in terms of the items, and now looks like both teams are ready, so we should be very shortly back in a game once again. Sorry for the delays. And any second now, it should be unpaused. Once again, teleport expended by Kenny. Otherwise, the teleports are available across the board for the rest of them. Hex Flash still available for set. Dragon, yep, they're spawning in 1 minute and 10 seconds. And will be NIU looking to position on the bot side here and see if they can't take that one. Force of Nature already finished by Trundle, so now that the unpause has happened, he'll complete that item. And overall, just very tanky, the members of NIU, and sitting with quite the lead here across the board. Summer XC going to continue to farm out, and we will just continue to see this fight break out here, as it does look like now everybody is back. That is the package on the Corki. You can tell by his move speed, I do believe, unless he's got home guards. He did have home guards, but we'll see if he also had the package. Starponer has disconnected again, and it looks like at this point they haven't paused. They may be out of pause time, and so they may just have to play this one out. 4v5 here. Package is available on the Corki, not used quite yet. There's going to be the damage. NIU just deciding to go in now, and they will start up this dragon. Take it down to half, but we'll just reset. Now, that is going to be the ultimate. Now, package comes through. Oriana is going to be forced to use her Zhonya's Hourglass, but Rel already using the ultimate to knock everybody back in. That's going to be one, and just kiting back. Summer XC is going to die. Corki will take her down, but it will be traded right back. Double kill for the Misfortune. Now PCH picks up one. Condorex is going to die to him. And then Moosinator will die to the Gnar. This is going to be the ace effectively with the Misfortune already down from the disconnect. And NIU will just be able to push out this mid lane. Baron, sorry, not Baron. Dragon, Elder, my apologies. Mountain Soul will go over towards NIU, and with the death timers still online, NIU is going to be able to take one of these inhibitors. They might take a second, in fact, as well. yes, they will start up that second inhibitor turret, and they might even finish off the Nexus with that available. Now, stun comes through on towards Condurex. This could be the teleport on in, and is going to be the damage coming through. Space Marine's going to grab one. Delivery Man's going to go down to Space Marine as well. That will be the game. NIU is going to take game one and put themselves just one win from the playoffs. Moosinator is actually going to trade one back on Oriana as she stayed a little too far forward there. Now stun comes through from Rel. NIU just needs to take the Nexus. There it is. They will grab it, and they will go on to game number 2. We'll be right back with game number 2. But until then, we're going to take a slight break just to catch our breaths for a little bit. But yeah, NIU takes game number 1, and we'll move on towards game number 2.
Holding on to this, holding on. I know I'm holding on to this, holding on. Don't let me repeat it. Fast forward a year or two, friends have changed, but so can you, so can you. For too long about the mistakes, all I resent, I learned to hate. Forgot your names. Fear the struggle to follow on. Need to focus to prove you're wrong. I'm not wrong. I know I'm holding on to this, holding on. I know I'm holding on to this, holding on. Don't let me repeat it. Don't let me repeat it. drift into places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Left me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Couldn't get any closer. Tried to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it. You had the world right at your feet. It almost is all we'll ever be. Let me go. Left me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget. But you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you are? Will always leave me. Why do I, baby? Why do I love Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here getting ready for game number 2. Sorry about that delay. ADC 4, Kent State has had some internet issues throughout the day that we are hopefully getting done with now. But looking at it, NIU is ready. We're just waiting on Kent State. They did fall into their lateness penalty. Theoretically, I don't think that NIU will fully look into it, but we will have to be a little bit cautious just because I know the collegiate season has been a little bit looking into that and making sure that both teams are adhering to it. But looking at it now, NIU took a very commanding win in game number 1. They are sitting at 1-0 on this match. Game number 2 should be there. And we are looking at this one. Yeah, we do have to start soon. They're making sure they go. We should be hopefully getting into game any second now. And just waiting on that one. Looking at it now. Sorry, I was just reading some of this chat. So looking across the board, let's take a look back at what game number 1 was. I think the Corky probably was not the right pick for Kent State. Overall, I think that there were a few questionable draft choices from them. The Corky was one. Having the Malphite Jungle was likely another one. We will see how they elect to go through this second game's draft. If NIU is able to take it, then they will end up actually securing themselves a spot in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully they are able to do so, and it'll be a nice momentum builder into the match against Northeastern on Wednesday. Well, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in game number 2. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Looking at that, NIU is going to ban away the Seraphine once again, going back to the similar bans as they did to game one. And there it is. The first pick, Rel, is going to be taken off the board. The side of Kent State does not want anything to do with that one. And now you're going to go ahead and use similar bans here. They're going to have... they're going to ban away the Jhin. Anivia also going to be taken off the board. So we won't see Alpha Square... Or, sorry, Space Marine able to play that one. And now you're going to go ahead and go with the same ban here for third, Hecarim, and same with the side of Kent State, which will leave up the support pick there from or the support ban from last game. It was the Alistair that we saw Kent State ban away last game, and now you're going to go ahead and go back to the Misfortune, and why wouldn't you after the game that Summoner XD had? Musanir are going to pick up that Malphite. That one could be flexed around again. It could also be the Delivery Man playing Malphite jungle again. Didn't necessarily think that was the strongest pickup in the last game, so I'd be surprised if they'd go back to it. But you know, we will see how this one goes. Looking now, Ezreal actually going to be the pickup for the side of Kent State, likely going towards that Essence Reaver type of build that we've seen a little bit more in the professional scene. Otherwise, I don't know that I agree with an Ezreal pick. I don't think it's super strong at the moment. Gnar going to be banned or going to be picked up by the side of NIU, so they are just going with the run back as well. Outside of the Rel, which was banned away by the side of Kent State. What will NIU like to go with here? Will they pick up a support early on, or will this be the answer of our answer in there? And it will be the Trundle picked up. There it is, locked in. So they want to make sure that if this Malphite is going in the jungle, they have the answer there. Pantheon also going to be picked up again. So for the most part, we're seeing that that Kent State believes that the draft wasn't the issue in the last game. They think that putting Starpowner into the driver's seat on this one is the right move, and that it just was the execution. So Orianna going to be banned away so that Space Marine 18 can't play that one again. Then we're going to go back to the Victor ban once again here from NIU. Cassiopeia going to be taken off the board. And these bans look awfully familiar, folks, as Cassiopeia, just the mid lane pinch really coming through. And this is going to be the test. Does Kenny or Space Marine have the deeper champion pool? Syndra's still up. We'll see if that one's taken away. Could be banned away here. Corki actually going to be the ban, as NIU doesn't think that they really have an answer to it without the without the Orianna. Looking at this now, Kent State has the chance to make this additional pick here. We'll see where they want to go with that one. Will they give counter pick to the mid lane, or will they go with the support here? It's going to be Tristana. So the question becomes, is Kenny or Starpowner playing Ezreal, and is Kenny or Ezreal playing Tristana? For the second game in a row, we're seeing a double marksman composition come out from the side of Kent State. Again, I don't know that I agree with the pick here, but we will see. Maybe it has to do with the fact that Starpowner's internet's having some issues, and so they want to make sure that they have a secondary carry if necessary. Lysandra actually going to be the pick into that one. So Space Marine definitely wants to play something a little safer, but that can really lock down an AD carry here. Which leaves the support pick for last. And Crix is going to get himself the ability to have the pretty much counter pick here if Pantheon is support or jungle. Malphite going to be... or actually, Alistair going to be the hover here, sorry. And that'll be what they go with. So actually now, Pyke going to be the support into that Alistair pick. Condorak's going to go with that one. We know he plays that quite a bit. But this draft is interesting from the side of Kent State. They've got the Pantheon in the top lane and the Malphite in the jungle again, both of which I don't believe... I thought were the right choices for the positions in the last game. Tristana mid, and the biggest thing here is, unless that's a full AP Malphite, we're looking at a very minimal magic damage composition coming out from the side of Kent State. Ezreal going to do some mixed damage, but not a whole ton of it. And Malphite going to do some magic damage, but again, unless he's landing those ultimates, that's not necessarily the one that you want there, especially with the Trundle being good into AD compositions. I'm going to go out and say I think NIU won this draft heavily. In fact, I think, and I could be, I could end up having to eat my words here. I think this draft may be a better draft win for NIU than Game One was. So we'll see if NIU is able to play the composition the way that it would be expected to be played here. Thank you to our 9 viewers. Welcome back to those of you that stepped away due to those pauses and the break in the action. Looking at the later game, we did find another caster, so I'm going to take this one as much as I can, and we're going to get quite a bit of action here for that one. And then we'll have Sean Boy Q, Sean Quirky, as well as an anonymous guest. I'm not sure who yet, but you guys got to catch the Overwatch game to see who that friend of the team and the friend of the broadcast is going to be, as we'll see the Overwatch team taking on Miami later on tonight at 6 p.m. Also, on Wednesday, we'll be seeing NIU's League of Legends team back in action against Northeastern, regardless of how this match plays out tonight. That will be at 6 p.m. Then at 7 p.m. on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, we should be seeing them. We should be seeing NIU. Sorry, I'm going to look this one up. So I will be looking up to my left here. But we should be seeing NIU's Overwatch team against... I'm not 100% sure. Let's actually check that one out for you. We will see who they're playing on Thursday for you. But yeah, looking across the board, definitely a strong type of start for the Overwatch team, between their own personal their own play on Thursday, and the team the teams they're playing against, I think, are the strongest in the conference to start it out. But yeah, looking at it ahead, it's going to be... Actually, they're off this Thursday. My apologies. And then they'll be back in action next Saturday against Northeastern. So, scratch that. We will see the NIU League of Legends team on Wednesday, and then the next broadcast after that will be another doubleheader next Saturday against the Miami Redhawks for the League of Legends team at 2 p.m. and against the Northeastern Huskies at 6 p.m. for the Overwatch team. All right, well, that seems like enough taking care of business for now. Go ahead and drop a subscription on the channel if you would be so kind. And then go ahead and also drop a follow. You'll get access, if you subscribe, to things like the Legacy logo emote that you see in the chat. You'll also get access to, if you subscribe at Tier 2, the Doggers emote, and at Tier 3, the In My Sights emote. We're getting into game here, so we should be going any second now. Let's go ahead and get you guys ready to swap on over there. But yeah, we should be getting ready to get into game number 2 any second now. There you go. Game number 2 is underway. Looking across the board, it is going to be 3 Dorn's Blades for the side of Kent State. Then the Corrupting Smite is going to be the choice, and the Relic Shield, or the Steel Shoulder Guard, sorry. For NIU, you see the Dorn's Shield for the Gnar, Dorn's Ring for the Lysandra, Corrupting Smite will be, or Challenging Smite, sorry, will be the one for the Trundle. Dorn's Blade for Misfortune, and then Relic Shield for the Alistair. Teleports in 2 of the solo lanes for NIU, or both solo lanes for NIU, only in the top lane for the side of Kent State. Kenny is taking the Cleanse instead. Looking at it, yep. Oh, they don't get that ward taken out this time, as it's placed outside the brush. Intelligently placed, knowing that they might do the same exact thing as they did last game. But then the Ignite's taken by both supports. For the Summoner spells, let's go through those real quick. Fleet Footwork taken by the Gnar. for Trundle, we see the Conqueror Electrocute for Space Marine 18 on this Lysandra. Press the attack, Misfortune for Summoner XD, and then Crix is piloting that Phase Rush Alistair. Whereas on the side of Kent State, Conqueror for Pantheon, the Delivery Man, again going with the Unsealed Spellbook for his Malphite. Press the attack for the Tristana. Ezreal using Conqueror, and then Condurex is piloting that Aftershock Pike. I'm curious to see what the build that Pike goes with here, because there have been a couple of them. It's been seen in solo queue in the laning a little bit, especially in Korea. Now, this is a nice knockback onto Ezreal, already taking about half of his health bar, and Ignite does go down. Forced to flash already as NIU gets that nice headbutt, and at this point, you would... it's just such a good play that they're able to pull off there, and able to get that flash forced off of Ezreal early on here. Now already just dishing out some more poke damage is Summoner XD, and though we do see Pantheon able to force this Gnar away from the wave. Starpwn are going to leave again. We'll reconnect right away this time, but I believe that Kent State might be out of pause time, so I believe, just like last game, if he does end up getting disconnected, they may have to play this one out. Now, this is going to be a nice trade coming through. Pantheon with the Conqueror is able to take that one, and now would actually be a little bit better at those longer trades. Looking across the board, nice little double tap coming through from Summer XD. Farm, actually, this time in favor of Kent State quite heavily. NIU having to play this out a little bit safer, especially in the top lane. Trundle going to go ahead and roam towards the bot side. Tristana going to roam through the top side river just to place some vision. And Trundle now looks to possibly go for a gank onto this Tristana. She will use her rocket jump out of that one. Trundle going to follow up, but Lysandra will back away. And now a lot of damage as Starpwn is actually disconnected again. So Summoner XD will not BM. He will just leave that one and will not do the damage. They will pause. They'll be back any second now. And yet, once again, it's the ADC disconnect. So, unfortunate if you're Kent State. This is not the way necessarily that NIU wanted to win out of this one. But you will take the situation. That is just the unfortunate reality of playing in a time with COVID and playing from home instead of in our arenas. We are sitting with some ADC, with some internet issues on some of these players. Is the unfortunate reality here. Looking then, NIU going to continue to farm out these waves. May actually be able to come back in the farm. Yep, there it is. They're going to actually be able to build back up these gold, tie up the gold, I should say, after being down a little bit there. Nice damage coming through Starpwn, but is just a little bit of poke. And PCH actually going to be spotted out by a ward here as he was looking for a dive. This is going to be the rocket jump forward from Tristana. Able to grab the re-jump available, but Space Marine 18 will just get away from that one. Not going to elect to go for it. Now, Trundle is here, and Rocket Jump is available. Oh, damage doesn't come through from Space Marine, and Kenny going to be finding himself in a bad spot. But with the teleport coming through from Musinator, it will be forcing the flash from PCH on this Trundle. And well done by the side of Kent State, able to answer on some of these, on some of that aggression being put out by NIU. Looking at it now, it is going to be the first Drake spawning here in just a couple of seconds. We'll see exactly what that one will be. What will we not have the soul of? And it's going to be Mountain, so we're not going to get 2 Mountain Souls in a row. As that's a nice dash back, nice flash from Summoner XD, making sure he doesn't get stunned up there. And Pike able to play very nicely. This is the one thing I will say, I question the pick in Champ Select, but with the Pike, because he can be a self-sufficient type of bot laner, or type of support, it makes a lot of sense in this case, since they already have the AD carry in the mid lane as well, that in case Starpwn does end up disconnecting at any point, Condorx can take the advantage and just really play it off in this lane. First Drake, as I mentioned, is a Mountain Drake. It will be the one... Now, this is going to be the dash forward coming through from Tristana, and she's sitting under... taking a lot of turret damage, and actually, because that is... Nice headbutt pulverize, actually, but because the bullet... Or, sorry, the bomb went off on top of Lissandra's head while Tristana was under turret, there was the distinct possibility that she was going to take some more turret shots, and luckily for her, not able to, not going to take that damage. And nice ulti coming through from Gnar, able to just clear that wave and back away. NIU will elect to back their top lane and their bot lane, just reset from both sides here. As actually, full reset came through from NIU, and Tristana coming back to lane now. Gnar already with the plated steel caps, right? Plated steel caps, yeah. Finished for himself, so he will not be taking as much damage from that Pantheon, really able to negate some of this auto attack based damage. Looking across, especially with plated steel caps, will be especially prevalent for this game because of the auto attacks that are going to come out from Tristana, Pantheon, Ezreal, and from the Pyke. Pyke is hovering towards the mid lane here, though with this, there is the distinct possibility of a 3-man dive here with Malphite and Pyke both being there. That's going to be the first blood, almost certainly. Nicely done, though. Able to predict where Condorx was going to finish off there, landing the hop right on top of his head, and getting out with the flash is Alpha Squirtle, and that is first blood negated. Trundle going to be able to finish off this Mountain Drake early on here. Alistar going to follow up with the roam of his own. Nice job dodging away from the pull. And NIU able to get the advantage across the map despite the early aggression here from the side of Kent State. NIU just playing it really well to negate the dive. And now this could be the... Yeah, with Alistar just hovering, it looked like there might have been an engage there, but Kent State will think better of it due to the Alistar hovering. Now Trundle also going to be down on the bot side. We will see if NIU wants to go for this one. Trundle does just back away, so it will just be electing to farm out and continuing to scale in this game for all 3 lanes actually from NIU. Alpha Squirtle already building himself a 10 CS advantage, so as well 15 CS advantage on the bot lane here for Summoner XD. And headbutt pull could come through. There's a nice headbutt. There goes the pulverize, and it is going to be the ultimate being used by Misfortune. The bull time does come through, but doesn't really grab anything. We'll just clear away the wave. And with the relatively short cooldown on that ability, not the biggest deal in the world that it didn't land most of its damage. But yeah, going to be able to force out this this recall from the bot side, and actually looks like Kent State will just stick around, as Alistar has roamed on towards the mid lane to grab the assistance towards the Lissandra. Kent State will push out this bot lane and clear out some of the vision as well, using a couple of control wards. If you're Kent State, you're happy about this start to the game. Despite being down, you haven't given up first blood in the same fashion that you did last game so early. You haven't allowed this Trundle to scale, but instead, you are still letting each of the members, although much less quickly and at a much more even pace, you are seeing that NIU is still starting to build out this lead, and we'll see if they're able to really scale into this contest really heavily. Already a 18 CS advantage in the bot lane for NIU. Looks like Essence Reaver is going to be the choice of the build path here for Trundle, or sorry, for the Ezreal, as Trundle is going to be caught out here, and now everybody's going to be on that one, and that is going to be the kill going over towards the Pyke with the ultimate there. death from below. Yeah, the death from below comes down and will be the first blood going over towards NIU or towards Kent State. Nicely done. Oh, missing the pull, but now this is a headbutt pulverize onto the Tristana. Not really able to grab much, and that's going to be the unbreakable will coming out from the Alistair, able to force his own flash. Nice ult from Lissandra, but will stun under turret. This could be a double kill, as it will go over towards Lissandra. Double kill, and NIU quickly trading back, despite giving up the first 2 kills of this contest. And now Tristana could be in a bad spot, as Lissandra is just going to follow. With NIU clearing out the vision, we'll just see them back away. But 2-0 on this Lissandra is Space Marine 18. Now, Summoner XC in a bad spot. He's going to get traded on. Nice flash, and this could be the death coming through, and it will go over towards Star Pwner, but almost able to trade on back is NIU. Nicely done to get the roam back from the Pike. Alistair is going to be here, and we'll just clear out some of this vision, or some of this minion wave, I should say. Trundle, despite NIU being down 2-1 or 2-3 in kills, Trundle going to start up this Rift Herald to make sure that NIU has the objective focus. And if you notice, quietly, this is wow, 37 CS advantage in favor, or 34, I apologize now, in favor of Alpha Squirtle in that top lane. And this could be the stun coming through and a lot of damage coming back towards Kenny. With Malphite here, it would be Lissandra does need to be careful not to stay too long. We'll just back away when that does come out. And so NIU will be able to just clear out that wave and draw even in gold once again. Lissandra sitting on her Luden's Tempest already. The mythic items are starting to come through 12 minutes into this game. We see the Luden's Tempest, the Gale Force on the side of NIU. We also see on the side of Kent State, as here's an engage from Pantheon, but the damage is going to come back through, and we'll see if NIU is able to trade that back. It will just be an even trade here. But on the side of Kent State, we see the Turbo Chem Tank finished on the Malphite, and then the Kraken Slayer finished on the Tristana here. NIU going to start up this second dragon already. It is going to be the attempt at a steal, but way too early, as that is going to be Cloud Drake going over towards NIU with the smite here. Malphite isn't even on this side of the map, so NIU will almost certainly, there it is, finish that one off. And now with the 2 dragons, and Ocean is going to be the soul for this one, but with the 2 dragons and the nice damage coming through actually from Ezreal, PCH not going to be able to grab that the Scuttle Crab, as it will go over towards the Ezreal here. And looking at it, the first 2 Drakes do come through for NIU, as well as the early Rift Herald, and there it is, spawned in the top or bot lane, blah, 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 as now that will be enough to take out this tier 1 turret. And with Malphite hovering towards the Gnar, this is going to be enough. Gnar is going to be really close on his rage, and will have to get away. Flash comes through though from the delivery man, and will be able to do the damage. And 2-4 in favor of Kent State are the kills, but NIU getting a nice job of staying relatively even, and that's a lot of damage coming through by Summoner XD or Space Marine, sorry, and will not be enough though to get the kill, and also will almost fall in his own right. That's going to be one that we won't talk about. The ultimate coming out there from the Ezreal, not finding anything. But, yeah, relatively low cooldown, so not the biggest deal in the world. Gordring going to be finished by the Pantheon. NIU, surprisingly, although now that I've noticed it, just Pantheon sitting on the cloth boots, whereas we did see Gnar prioritize getting the plated steel caps instead of finishing off his mythic first. So, could actually be the turret traded back by the side of Kent State here. And this is going to be Star Pwner just getting caught and not going to be able to trade anything back. Kill will go over towards Space Marine, and he is sitting 3-0-0 on this Lissandra. 100% kill participation. And NIU now going to look to see if they can't open up the top lane as well With Pantheon sitting in the bot jungle of Kent State, there's not really any chance for him to contest that turret, and so Gnar will just finish it off and clear out some vision, and will take his advantage in that top side. As you notice, between the two Drakes and the two turrets that NIU has already taken, despite not having First Blood, and despite being first-blooded and not having the kills, and actually nicely done by Space Marine, able to delay long enough to actually trade this one back possibly. Flash comes through. That's going to be Flash going forward, though, from Pantheon, and now this could actually be Alpha Squirtle in a bad spot. Yes, it is. 3 to 6, the kills go over towards Kent State, but despite that, the gold is dead even, and NIU looks to possibly still take the lead with another turret going down in the mid lane, despite being down so many kills and up two Drakes. Nicely done, able to force the Pyke to miss his pullback there. And now this could be Condorx looking to engage on towards NIU. Instead, it will just be Crix zoning away, making sure that that doesn't go against them. Tristana able to finish off that bot lane tier 1 turret, sitting at 2-0-0. 200 gold bounty, so actually the solo laners here for Kent State playing much better than they did last game. Able to grab themselves some bounties, but looking across the board, it is going to be just the farming simulator going on once again. This is actually the advantage going towards Gnar, as ultimate is available. Nice stun comes through, and unfortunately misses the boulder because of the minions in the way, but nice stun again, and going to be able to get the kill onto Pantheon with a nice rotation through the entirety of that Mega Gnar. So, well done. Despite being down 0-2, Gnar, piloted by Alpha Squirtle, was able to grab that kill back. Will find himself at 1-2. Also has his Divine Sunderer finish. So, yeah, just the advantage going over towards the side of NIU. Next Drake spawns in just about a minute. Will be the opportunity for NIU to already put themselves on Soul Point here, 17.5 minutes into this game, very early on. Though they don't have the inside track, it will be Kent State with the inside track towards this Ocean Drake. NIU likely will look to just clear out that mid lane turret and then see if they can't grab it. Kenny going to be inside position for this Ocean Drake, though it looks like Kent State is going to back away from it. Now they will start it up, and I don't think NIU really has any way of contesting this. They'll just elect to back away from it, and now they'll follow up with it, but was just a last-ditch attempt. Not able to grab anything off of that one, and we'll just give up the Ocean Drake in exchange for that that mid lane pressure. Now NIU taking the Trundle and looking to put pressure up on this Rift Herald number 2. See if they can't get the charge off in the mid lane to make sure that they... Oh, that's a nice pullback, but not able to get him over the wall. As this could be a fight over Rift Herald number 2, and nice job. Lysandra actually diving a little too far forward, needing to use her ultimate here. Doesn't have it available. Actually did have it available, not able to use it on herself in time. And this is actually going to be the kill going over towards the side of Kent State. And Kent State definitely playing this one out much better than they did game 1. Lucinator going a little too far forward and could very likely find himself on the death here, as that's going to be the pullback, and PCH is going to get a nice flash, but will still fall to Starponer. And despite this, though, look at the bot lane, where we see Gnar is just pushing out and able to grab the tier 2, and will just continue to farm this one out. So the gold is still relatively even, and NIU needing to find this push better. The big difference will be here that Kent State's lineup will be very good at the team, at the team fighting and looking for picks, but NIU will have pretty much full control of the side lanes with this split push from the Gnar and the Lysandra. Lysandra needing to get her Zhonya's Hourglass before she'll be able to really have the value. Once you get that Zhonya's Hourglass on Lysandra, between your ultimate and your Zhonya's, you're pretty much unkillable for about 10 seconds. if they engage on you, which can really turn the tides of a fight. So we'll look to see when that comes through and when NIU is able to push that one out. Now, Gnar is going to continue to push down the spot side. Lissandra, as we mentioned, towards the top side. Ezreal going to be trying to just clear out this midway lane wave, as NIU is going to look to just try to push out that mid lane as best as possible. Mid lane is the last tier 1 turret that NIU has yet to take. It's sitting very low in health, but we'll see if they're able to do so. They look to put down the Trundle field, and they'll just walk away from that one, as now it will just be NIU clearing out some of this mid lane wave. Next objective that should be taken by NIU will likely be this Baron, or the third Drake, or the fourth Drake, sorry. It would be the second of the Ocean Drakes. If they're able to grab that, they will start Drake's point scaling, which we'll see if they're able to do that. It would be around 28 minutes. Sorry, it would be around, my apologies, not 28. 28 and a half, 29 minutes before they would be able to get that soul, if that were the case. So might not be the highest priority, and now they do have inside track on this mid lane, so likely that'll be dropping here towards the side of NIU. Nice boulder to slow onto the Pantheon, and NIU going to look to see Alpha Squirtle going to look to get some poke out here. And yeah, mid lane wave will just crash, and that will mean that NIU will be able to grab this. And actually, with the cleanse coming through from Kenny, that's going to be the killing spree, and he's 3-0-2. Space Marine just going a little too far forward on that one and not quite finding the kill. Now, unfortunate for NIU, as Tristana was able to back away from that one just barely, but does get away, as the side of NIU was looking to just grab the pick onto that mid laner from Kent State. Kent State going to put the vision around this Drake pit. They'll look to even out the Drakes at 2. It does spawn in just over 40 seconds here. Looking at the pit, Kent State does have inside positioning, and NIU just going to look to see if they can't try to grab this one and try to take a fight. That Tristana is quite scary with her Kraken Slayer. Actually, we do see Kraken Slayer finished on the Ezreal, and he's going to be forced to use his heal, and now it's going to be traded right back, though. Crix is going to be finding himself in a rough spot, but Flash comes through. Red team is going to summon the Rift Herald, but that's going to be a kill going through onto Starpwner from the side of NIU. Pyke will be able to grab one back, and this is going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Kent State. Now with Tristana going forward, this will be the Flash coming through, and NIU, it will be a 2-for-2 as they're able to grab the Pyke on that one. And we'll see if they're able to grab this, as Gnar is going to go forward, look to try to get his ultimate on towards... Nice flash, now able to grab the damage on towards Tristana. Is it going to be enough? There's going to be a lot of damage, and just able to get the kill will be the side of NIU, but will be traded back onto the onto the Gnar and the Misfortune. Delivery Man and Moosinator now trying to take this Ocean Drake number 2. Looks like Chris might try to steal this one. And with the teleport coming through from Lissandra, this will be the re-engage from NIU, although they do just elect not to do so. 14-8. Kills are definitely in favor of Kent State here, but NIU just looking to try to get some of this map pressure down. And with the mid lane opened up, the turrets are pretty even, and Kent State, for the first time, really has a gold lead that seems to match where the game state is. 1-1 in 10, sorry, on that Malphite. Really well played so far by the Malphite from the Delivery Man, as well as also a shout out towards the Pantheon Moosinator. Really high kill participation so far in this contest. Pyke gonna be in the bad spot now. Trundle nicely done to actually be able to grab that one. Pyke gonna have to flash, yeah, and he'll just flash over the Baron wall. So NIU able to grab some nice aggression And with Pyke not having flash available for the next 6 minutes, that's a really long cooldown. Or sorry, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 300 seconds. That's a long cooldown for the side of Kent State. NIU going to look to clear out some of this vision. Kent State looking definitely more comfortable in this matchup with this different type of composition that they are playing. Looking ahead, it is the damage coming through. And looking at it, we see Crix trying to just clear away some of this vision, but with the Baron procced, it will just be Crix backing away. And are you going to have to look for a big fight? And if they can get the pick onto the Tristana early on in a fight, I think they have a good shot of taking this one with 1 or 2 good fights here. Now, nice little hook coming through from Pyke. He's finding himself in a little bit of a rough spot here, but NIU might be collapsed on. Instead, they will just back away. Starploner in a rough spot. Now he's going to be forced out of his dash to be able to get it again, but we'll just be taking about half, or about 10% of his health bar down with that one. Looking across, Tristana is trying to push out this top lane. We'll see if NIU is able to answer that one, but they are just clearing out and really trying to set up the vision around this Baron pit, and Pyke just continuously proccing that Baron to do some damage as NIU clears out the vision. Gnar actually just pushing all the way in towards the tier 3 turret there in the bot lane. And nice damage coming through. Now, Trundle going to be in a bad spot. He's going to walk right on through, but with the ultimate coming through, the bullet time does land from Misfortune, forcing the disengage from this Kent State composition. And NIU will just go ahead and follow up with the disengage and see what they can find themselves. Farm out some of these waves and try to take the lane advantage. Ezreal also running towards the bot lane where Gnar is pushing it out against the Pantheon. We'll see if NIU looks to engage here, as we do see Alistair just kind of hovering on this Tristana, as is Trundle. Very interesting to see if NIU wants to engage on this one. This could be a pick onto the Tristana. Nicely done. They do find vision, and there is the dash. Actually able to use the pillar nicely to keep that out. Forced under turret. Kenny is going to die to Summoner XD, and this could be the advantage that NIU needs, as they now have the inside track on towards the Malphite. We'll see if they're able to do so. If they can grab the Baron here, they already have Gnar pushing. This could actually... Kent State doesn't really have an answer here. This could be their inhibitor on the bot side if this Baron does go over towards NIU. And now the pull does come through. They're going to force the flash from PCH, but damage still going on towards the Baron. This is Nexus turret, or inhibitor turret number 1, already down to half HP, and there it is, it's dead. And this could be the first inhibitor going down in favor of NIU, as there it is just going to be the damage with the recalls coming through and Tristana back alive in 10 seconds. It will be NIU just backing away, but they will have the inside positioning on this Ocean Drake number 3. They'll put themselves on Soul Point. Malphite will look to contest, but I don't think that the side of Kent State will get there in time. Well, maybe they will. This will be an interesting fight to see how that one goes. Ultimate is available on the bullet time is available from the Misfortune. Dash comes back out, and that's going to be some of the damage. Alpha Squirtle is taking his Mega Gnar is available. Not going to land the stun, but will be zoning off. That's going to be the first, the objective going over towards NIU, but that's going to be the re-engage. Pyke, or Crix goes forward there with the Headbutt Pulverize, able to land that one onto the Tristana. Now, nice flash forward. That's going to be forcing the cleanse. Delivery Man is going to block some of this damage, but it's going to be some going back. NIU is going to grab one back now 2. This is a 1-for-2 in favor of NIU. Moosinier is going to fall as well. Double kill goes over towards the Misfortune, and that's going to be Starploner and Kenny very low. They will, with that ultimate from the Ezreal, it will be NIU just actually not even forced to disengage from this one. They're going to go ahead and flash forward. That's going to be Ezreal dying, and now it's Kenny versus 3. This could end up being the end of the game. NIU might have just found their fight as... no, they won't. They'll back away. I got a little overzealous there, so that's my apologies, but... what a pick by NIU, evening out the gold, putting themselves on sole point. They now have inside track on the Baron pit. They have inside track as they have an open inhibitor. Especially opening up that bot side, it makes it almost impossible for the side of Kent State to contest this Baron, unless they take it in secret here, as they look to be starting up that, or running towards it, but they'll elect not to. They know that that's not going to happen. But with that bot side already opened up, that means that somebody is always going to have to answer on the side of Kent State towards that bot side, especially with the Gnar. If he decides to go for the split push down bot, then he has the opportunity to just take the base if a fight goes poorly around the Baron. Lysandra going to be able to get away from that one, Pyke not landing the pull, and that's going to be the damage coming through. A little bit poke coming through by NIU. Like I mentioned, Pantheon already on the bot side, and it's still pushing in against him. And NIU does look to just dance around this Baron pit. We'll see if they are able to take it. They'll clear out some of this vision in the pit with the control ward there. They will take that out, and then it will be replaced after that one. Gnar will go ahead and just go in to take it. Trundle might look to stop the back, and he is going to stop the back of this Pyke. And now that's going to be the Blast Cone already used by the side of NIU. And they may look to start up this Baron, but with the Misfortune not with them, it will be the call to just back away. Gnar going to start the split push again towards the top side. This time he will open up another side lane. Now, nice pull onto Space Marine 18. Forced to use his ultimate defensively. And with the stopwatch still available, or sorry, the Zhonya's Hourglass, I'm so sorry. It will be NIU still having a little bit of defensive there. But Trundle will just steal some of the stats of that Malphite. We'll see if this is playing out. Pantheon going to be forced to answer the Gnar on the top side, and that is a Gnar-favored push, as NIU now kind of in the driver's seat, looking to see if they can't take their own fights that they want here. Bot lane having 2 super minions already building up, and will just push itself out. Pantheon going to be forced to answer that one, and this means that NIU will just start to clear out this vision once again in the Baron pit, with the Pyke already backing. NIU is going to start up the Baron. Pyke now going to be grabbing onto Alpha Squirtle on this Gnar. Nicely done. Headbutt back in. Counter-X going to be forced to flash out of that one. And now will be the stun coming through. Crix is going to die, but it will be the ultimate coming back through. Lysandra's going to grab one. Actually, sorry. The first one will go over to Misfortune. The second one will go over towards the Gnar. And this will be a 2-for-1 in favor of NIU. Now that's going to be the route on towards the Ezreal. And NIU has the advantage here. 3-for-1 in favor of the Huskies. They're going to go ahead and back off towards the Baron. And while they're doing that, actually, Gnar's going to go ahead and just teleport on in to take this Nexus turret. Now, that's going to be the damage coming through onto Kenny, forcing him to not be able to back. And this could be the kill coming through. Gnar able to grab that one. And this might be the game, as he's going to be able to push this lane out. And death timers over 10 seconds here. Actually, Gnar in a bad spot. Will be forced to back away. Going to be forced to use his ultimate. Able to get that one. Now stun comes through. Is able to get the damage and will actually grab it onto the Tristana. And with the kill, he'll be able to heal up enough to grab that one back. And now able to get away. Will he be back there? And yes, he's going to kite this one out. And, well, that's Malphite for you. Just able to land the Q. Will be the kill going over towards Kent State. But anyway, the kills are even at 19. The turrets are in favor of the Huskies. The Drake is spawning. That'll be the soul if NIU can take it. Either way, NIU puts themselves in a very good spot. 3 Baron buffs on their in the team. 1 on the Trundle, 1 on the Misfortune, and then 1 on the Alistair. Ezreal and Malphite going to start up this Drake. We'll see if this is stolen. It is going to be... Red team will grab it, but that'll be the kill going over towards NIU. Star Pwner misses his flash, and that's going to be the kill going over towards Lysandra. Now the delivery man is in the wrong spot. The delivery man, I'm sorry, is in the wrong spot, as he will be killed off by Lysandra. A double kill over to her, and this could be NIU walking down the mid lane with one of those Baron buffs in the bot lane with another. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, this may be... It may be it. I think NIU is going to find themselves in the playoffs of this 2021 Esports Collegiate regular season for League of Legends. Here they go. They're going to take one inhibitor. They will find the second in the mid lane. Now, the only thing that's left, and that is actually, because of the pause time, it does not let us see the end of the game, but that is it. NIU takes it. They're in the playoffs with a 2-0 victory over Kent State here on Saturday of the 20th of February, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, what a game by NIU. They're going to find themselves in the playoffs. We'll get an interview in just a minute, but congratulations to the Huskies on finding themselves in the playoffs. Now it's all about playing for seeding. We'll be right back with the interview. Until then, I thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we're going to jump on into an interview in just a minute here. We will be talking with everybody from the team, actually, and I'm going to go ahead and get that all set up and ready for you guys. We'll see as we, let me just real quick see if we can't get this one started on up. All right. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
It's going good.
Good. Congratulations on the victory today. Well played. I know we had a little bit of scariness in that second game. Definitely an odd type of draft. Let me send the first question over to you, Quentin. Back on the NAR, you had almost deathless in game one. You keeping it going. So I guess the question is, how did you like that matchup? Since it seemed like it went a little bit two different ways in the two different games.
It was a really odd matchup because Pantheon's really strong early, but he wasn't building like early game damage. He was going like full tank Pantheon, which meant that he had no real like kill pressure. So as long as I don't die like really early to him, I'm just gonna outscale him really hard, and that's what happened in game 2, especially.
Gotcha. Yeah, it definitely seemed like you were able to put in that side lane pressure. The Trundle coming out from you here, Jeremy, very interesting pick. I know it's something that you've played a little bit in the past, but I was surprised to see it. Was it just something in the matchup, especially with that Malphite being kind of an odd pick in the jungle?
I mean, yeah, I like Trundle a lot. I think with the XP nerfs to jungle, he's a lot better. Or like he's a lot better in comparison to everybody else. And if you're against a tank, you just kind of like it's pretty free win front to back fights, which is what we were going for both games. So.
Then we'll go over to yeah, of course, but yeah, we'll go over towards Nathan on this next one. Lissandra, surprising. I didn't expect to see that one today, but well played on the champion. Really would have taken my game one player of the game as well. But what did you see in the matchup that you kind of elected to go towards the Lissandra, something that we haven't seen as much of recently?
Well, I mean, I was honestly just playing so I don't get solo killed in lane. Like, Tristana is a big lane bully, so I don't want to pick anything weak in lane that can get one shot by her jump E plus autos. So Lissandra gave me the best opportunity, or like best chance to not die, I guess. But even then, she could still kill me. So it was mostly just for lockdown. Like Tristana and Ezreal move around a lot, so Lissandra ult just locks them down if they don't have cleanse. Which Ezreal never bought a QSS, and Tristana always had to use cleanse. So I would say I did my job fairly okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. And then looking at the bot lane, you guys had kind of got a little bit of help in the, not that I think you needed it, but from the disconnects there. But definitely playing really well together there. How's it feel to have kind of grown as a bot lane over the course of this entire season?
It feels pretty good. I I noticed Luke and he.
You're cutting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're losing you here, Chris.
All right, Luke, answer then.
It feels pretty good. Now that we have with that game where, like Jeremy mentioned, I have the most kills and Chris has the most assists in the conference. So I think that definitely shows something as to what we've, come to do here. And being generally consistent, I feel like it helps the rest of the team as well. If we're, not throwing lanes and giving over big leads like that. Though yeah, I do agree it was especially. I mean, first game not really with the DCs, but not till the end of it. But it was pretty free considering he was disconnecting.
Yeah, and then one question thrown over to you, Coach Garmore, with the team as a whole, how the fact that you guys have been practicing for so long now and kind of working together. From the casters desk, it seemed like there's been a tremendous growth in the team over the course of the season. How would you assess that growth?
I think everyone brings a lot of really awesome things to the table. So each player brings something like individually, and I think we've been finding ways to like work together really well, and every player's been shining in their own individual way. So I think that's something that's been really exciting to see everyone grow and develop over the course of the season. So I know this unit has been together for quite some time, but it's been awesome to watch them grow and develop, and it's just been quite a journey. So I'm happy to see what we can do, especially coming into playoffs.
Yeah, and that was going to be my next point as well. For anybody at home that's not aware, or anybody on the team, with that win today, we wanted to make sure we weren't kind of saying it too much just so that there wasn't this added pressure to it. But with that win today, you guys are locked into playoffs, so your season will continue past this final game in a couple weeks here. You'll be able to who your opponent is not sure yet. depending on the results of today's games, I think that the entirety of the playoff field may be locked, but the seeding is still up for grabs. So definitely a lot to play for over these last few weeks. But congratulations, guys! You guys are locked into the Esports Collegiate Playoffs. So that's give yourselves a pat on the back. And you know, I know that was kind of the goal at the beginning of the year. So with that in mind, kind of we'll go through each of you guys. Where is your guys' goal now? Is it winning the conference? Is it just winning, you know, the semifinals, or what's your guys' kind of end all be all goal here? We'll go Quentin first.
I guess winning the semifinals is a good goal for now because it's what we got to do first.
That's always a good starting point. Just what you got to do. How about you, Jeremy?
Same as Quentin, you know, just take it one step at a time.
One game at a time. There you go. And then you know, do I even need to ask Nathan? Is it the same thing there?
Oh no, I just want to beat Redhawks.
You want to beat Redhawks? There you go. That's a good goal for next week. 1 week from today, you guys play them, and that would actually, that would give you guys, if you're able to beat Redhawks, that would likely put you guys as the 3rd seed in the conference. To be honest, I don't know that there's going to be an easy matchup in the playoffs. I think since it's a 1v4, 2v3 situation, Northeastern more than likely will play against the 4 seed, and Buffalo will likely play against the 3 seed. So it's kind of a pick your battle type of situation. But with the bot lane, where's your guys' thoughts on that one coming through? Or, you know, is there a team you're looking forward to in these last 3 games wanting to beat, or is it just looking forward to, you know, hopefully keep improving till the playoffs?
I'm definitely looking forward to facing both teams. I think we do have the potential on a good day to definitely beat both of the teams. We just, you know, just gotta keep practicing, keep preparing, and I think we'll do pretty well against both of them.
I agree.
Yeah, for me, our goal was to make playoffs. So now that we're here and we're doing better, I mean, Northeastern is pretty good, and we're not necessarily favored to win, but I would be really happy if we're able to not get stomped and have a competitive game against them. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And I think everything you guys have shown throughout the season has really shown that I think that you're in a good spot to be able to face them this week. So yeah, the ending of the schedule: Northeastern this week, then Saturday Miami, and then a week from Saturday Eastern Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, to finish off the season. But that won't, or just to finish off the regular season. But the playoffs are a lock now. So congratulations, guys. We'll head out. So thank you guys so much for the interview, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.
Yep, thank you. GG's.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. As you guys see on your screen, thank you for listening in on the interview. As you see on your screen, NIU takes it 2-0 against Kent State, and definitely improving each week. And this is a team that looks very solid and knows where they want to play. They will take on Northeastern on Wednesday. Be sure to stay tuned, because later on tonight at 6 p.m. we're going to have Overwatch versus Miami. That one is one that you do not want to miss, so feel free to chime in and check it out then. Until then, I've been Connor Vagel, coming to you from the campus of Northern Illinois University, and until then, on Wednesday, we'll see you then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night.